My fellow citizens, for over a decade, we and others have appealed to the Libyan regime for a peaceful end to their weapons program that sees them developing illegal tools of mass destruction, not mere methods of self-defense, but weapons of aggression, tyranny, and conquest. Their belligerence shows us they do not have peaceful intent. Moreover, Libyan President Al-Sanussi has used these weapons against his own people and subjects them to daily torment, persecution, and other violations of basic human rights. We can no longer stand by and watch the Libyan regime prey on the vulnerable and armed itself against us and our allies. It is my duty to report to you as your President and Commander-in-Chief that the United States is now at war with the Libyan Republic to bring its government to justice.
Intelligence Officer Marie Labrie, reporting for duty, sir. It's an honor to serve with you again. Talk's been circulating for months on this, but finally the time has arrived. At the behest of President McDonald, the Pentagon is launching an invasion of Libya, with the goal of deposing sitting tyrant Hamza Al-Sanussi for the repeated violation of international law and human rights. Al-Sanussi is a high-strung man of the people that fancies himself some kind of emperor of North Africa. Here's a recent speech that he made for flavor.
For too long, Libya has been kept under the boot heel of foreign imperialism. First, we negotiated, but they gave us only empty promises. So we fought and won our freedom, and yet they continue to try to shape our place in the world, to keep us down, to exploit our oasis until it is nothing but lifeless desert. They do this with the threat of military action. No longer. We have the weapons now. We have the means to defend ourselves. And if our hand is forced, to unleash fury upon the enemies of Libya. Long live the people!
The usual oratory of a dictator, right? Well, it's not only rhetoric. We have evidence that he has been developing weapons of mass destruction and a dangerous nuclear program against all diplomatic efforts to stop him. This makes him a threat to our allies in Europe, to his own people, and, if we fail to stop him, the world. The good news is you are a key part of this operation. You'll be working under the legend that is Colonel Keen. He earned his stripes fighting the Japs in the Pacific War, so I'm sure he has a thing or two to teach you about command. If you do well, I hear there's a promotion with your name on it. Actually, it seems like the Colonel wants to speak to you now, sir.
There you are, young Commander. All briefed and ready to go? Good. I heard positive things about you. I have all the faith you'll live up to expectations. If you have any qualms or questions about our mission, soldier, put them away. There'll be time for thinking later. It is our duty to do what is right and stop this madman President Ham before he really hurts somebody. I know the commie papers back home aren't singing our praises, but someone has to do the dirty work that keeps them free to cry about us all day long. May the wings of liberty carry us to righteous victory. I'll see you out there, Commander.
Inspiring, isn't he? Makes me want to get out there myself. Too bad, huh? Your first objective is to disable the coastal defenses that hamper a smooth landing. For that, I've got a small task force of elite Navy SEALs to do the job. Destroy the Tesla reactors, and Keen will make his grand entrance.
Thousands of demonstrators assembled in the nation's capital for a mass protest. The crowd, estimated at about 50,000 persons, was a loose confederation of some 150 groups and included adults, students, even children. It is at the Pentagon where the first test of strength...
Our troops have landed. The invasion's been a success, almost right across the board, with your part in Benghazi being critical. The Colonel's keen to push on with the main assault elsewhere, but he's tasked you with a side project, actually one of great significance. As I told you before, we know the Libyans have been developing chemical weapons and a nuclear program against international outcry. We don't know the exact coordinates of these facilities, however. But we do have a reliable informant. His name is Nikoomba, and he's a member of a local tribe that disagrees with Al-Sanussi's politics and despicable methods of governance. They've been a thorn in the dictator's side for a while, and may help us land the killing blow. His intelligence states that a nuclear facility is nearby a small town, out in the remote desert in Cari. Sounds like the perfect place to hide something, doesn't it? Nikoomba is willing to show us its location so we can infiltrate the facility and deactivate it safely. That's where you come in, Commander. Special Agent Tanya will be working with you on this mission, along with some of her best headhunter special forces. Go in undetected, meet with Nikoomba, and then secure the facility. Success here will justify our entire presence in Libya, sir. Go get him. Commander, that was a close one. Luckily, we got our troops out of harm's way, but the town had to be evacuated and probably won't be safe for some time. That's the hazards of nuclear energy. The Libyan nuclear weapons program ought to be shut down for good, however, so it certainly wasn't a disaster. Opponents of the war back home are already seeing images of your hard work and quick thinking, too. Undeniable proof we were right all along. Colonel Keane, meanwhile, has been spearheading the main assault, forcing the Libyans to retreat deep into the heartland. It seems he's been making rapid progress, as usual. Colonel?
Libyans. They've got spirit, I'll give them that. Men after my own heart. It appears our boys in the back are having trouble keeping up. One too many potty breaks in the desert. Commander, I need them to plug the holes in the line. I won't lose ground. Get their asses into gear and keep me reinforced.
You heard him, sir. I'll feed you more details as I can get them. I can barely believe it, sir. Colonel Keane was a giant amongst men, beloved by everyone who served under him. One of America's finest. God rest his soul. As much as we're in mourning, we have work to do. And he'd want us to do it. Keane didn't leave us empty-handed. His courage cleared us a passage to Sebha, the birthplace of Al-Sanussi, and the location of his palace where he's holed up. Of course a dictator would build a monument to his own arrogance. We're gonna tear it down now. Once and for all. You have everything at your disposal, Commander. Move in with an MCV, build your base, and crush the despot. For freedom. For liberty. For Colonel Keane. Godspeed.
You fool! You're in my home ground now. I will fight, and you will die here. There will be no funeral. Everything you have gained will be undone. Everything I did for Libya. Everything. The people will attest to that. The people will rise against you.
I'm sorry you couldn't be here in person, Commander. Colonel Keene has been laid to rest, given full military honors. I'm sure he'd be proud of you, sir. Your victory should keep the unpatriots at home quiet for a while. Sometimes I wonder if this country can get any more divided. You're a hero, Commander. Not just for us, but for the Libyans as well. They can finally live in prosperity with that dictator gone. Well, I'm sure you're very busy with nation building and whatnot. Think of me if you need any more assistance, Commander. Labrie out.